Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Boston College Eagles offense will have the opening possession of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to let one fly down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Pittsburgh's offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Boston College. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
you've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Finds his man. It's Reed. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll try it over the left side. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. It's Bond. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. To throw, it's James. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. On the move is the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
On the play.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Plows through the defense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles. Lining up to add another.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. First down and 10. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
To the air on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time, now second and goal from the 3. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pitt!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Pulls it in. It's McDonald. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense one.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
We've reached a break. Boston College has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's gonna pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking to pass. It's James. Caught over the middle. It's Richard. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Tackle is made.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just more.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Boston College! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line. Oh, and they blocked it. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Reed. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
To the air on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Pitt will have to boot this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Kick is in the air. they'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Across the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down.
Black 14. Black 14.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to throw, it's James. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boston College will send out the punt team. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The sure hands, it's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead down to just 3, 20-17. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
Back to pass on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Defense might bring the house here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man down the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Back to throw, it's James. Unloads to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down into the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Got out of trouble and throws. On target. And tackled there by the defense.
And that's one of the things I love about this quarterback. He has the athleticism and the elusiveness that when things break down and they're not perfect, he can still make the play go. Great job of buying time and locating receiver down the field.
Might be changing the route. Try to get it to the edge. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They'll try to run it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Reed. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his man, it's Williams. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll move the tight end. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, and this offense within striking distance.
Well, Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate.
There he goes. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to pound it in. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Back to pass, it's James. Lets it fly. It's caught. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Franklin. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. That's caught. It's Bond. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Boston College wants to play fast. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Looking for a man. It's James. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Coming out with it, it's Hicks. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's James. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. tight ball game right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their